Since Renzo was there, what did he tell you before?
I think just motivate you. I think that's Hansel always did that fantastically well to motivate me. Like before in fight a match, I think that the confidence, his energy being around you. I think that's is the great thing to have hands on your corner. It's the motivation that he gives you.
What did you learn about jiu-jitsu and life from Renzo Gracie? We got to hang out with him in Vegas a little bit. He's a character.
Yeah.
He's one of the historic coaches and jiu-jitsu competitors, but also personalities in the martial arts world, in the world in general. There's very few like him.
Renzo is a fantastic person. It's like, what I've learned most from him is like, you can take any challenge. It's, doesn't matter when, where, what, who. It's, you have to be ready. And, with that warrior spirit that he has, he always took any challenge, ready or not ready.
Was it you that said it, or he said it, where not until you go in, to do something difficult do you discover the strength that you have? So like if you really think about it, you might think that you're not good enough. You don't have the strength to take on something difficult.
I fully agree. I think we are measured not when we're on the strongest, but when we are on the weakest. That's when we truly measure ourselves, our character, who we are, not when we're in a position of power, when we're in a position of weakness.
Have you surprised yourself, like how damn good you are? Like, is this really how good I am in this situation? Where in retrospect you might think, how the hell was I able to accomplish this?
Not how good I am, because otherwise I wouldn't be there. Right. So, being there in the first place, it's already not a great thing. But I say, every single time I found myself there, I was super proud that I've never cracked. Like, I've never gave up, ever, any second, any fight, never.
Never been broken in competition.
Never. Even, it's not about winning or losing. It's about you giving up. I've never doubted myself. I always fought to the very end. Always. That I'm most proud of. Because there was moments, you're in a terrible position. Mainly like there was moments that I was super tired, but like exhaustive tired, when, it was easy to give up. Like I had nothing more to give. But I pushed. I took energy out of my soul, I will have to say, because when my body had zero, my spirit, my soul, pull it out.
Is that in part just not allowing yourself to have to ever quit?
Yeah.
I have one other thing I regret. I remember like a blue belt match. I remember it. I'm not going to say who it was against, but I remember just being extremely exhausted and just constantly fighting. A guy was really good mount, really good guard passing. And I just remember him passing my guard eventually. So it was just like a finals of one of the IBJJF tournaments. And then right away going to mount and just... I don't know. The level of frustration. I mean, I quit at that point. I remember that still. Like it's not about winning or losing, but I just remember I was like teary eyed, frustrated, and then I knew there was a lot of fights still left, even in there somewhere, and I quit, and I regret that to this day. Because I think the reason I regret that is because it gave me an option to now quit in every other aspect of life, like. That this is an option.
Yeah, it is.
It sucks.
Yeah, it teaches you, It makes us stronger.
It's
I think it made you stronger.
Yeah, it makes you stronger that you did that, to learn that don't do that again. But still, like you said, just going to sleep in training, I do think it made me weaker. It did make me weaker in the rest of my life too. I've quit a few times in my life on small things, and you realize, okay, it's not that big of a deal. It's fine. Like, who cares? But that, what you learn over time is that voice always comes there. Like, obviously, maybe it does for you too, even at the highest level. of like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, it's okay to quit here. Like, it makes sense. Everybody would understand. Um, in some sense, like you're, many people would say you're past your prime in this match with the Buchecha. Like, it makes sense. You've been focusing on MMA. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense to lose. Yeah. I don't know. That's a weird voice. And in some sense, it's that voice and a voice that says like, why are you doing this? Like, this is silly. It doesn't make any sense. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop.
Yeah.
And shutting that voice down and never allowing yourself to quit. That's a really powerful thing. Like, everybody I've met, everybody that's successful, down to even engineers, CEOs, Elon Musk, just never quitting. Like, when everybody around you, it says quit, never quitting. It's weird. I don't know what that is. It might be genetic. It might be like using the stubbornness to just never allow yourself to develop that. It's basically developing a calluses to that voice that tries to tell you to quit. You never quit, huh? What would you attribute that to?
It's like how much you want to get to the destination you chose. Like, it's how badly you want to get there. It's if you quit, you're never going to get there.
And you always wanted to.
I always wanted to.